Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, it's a rather dark evening out here in Saskatchewan. What we're doing today is we are out looking for northern lights. And as you can see by the clock in my car here, it's almost 8:30 and the Aurora is already out. You can't see it from here because of the car lights, but it's out there. It's going. I'm expecting it to get even better than it is now. But today what I thought we would do is a couple of things. First, we're at my favorite house there. It's really hard to see from right here, but it's there. Now, what I wanted to do today is first I want to see exactly what the Z50 can do in terms of shooting actual video against the northern lights. Now, in order to do this, I've set it up for success as best I can. And the way I've done that is, right now I've got the Nichia 20mm f1.8 on it, using the F to Z adapter. And that's going to be running at 1.8. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be shooting at 24 frames per second. And there's a simple reason for doing that. You see, on the Z50, apparently all you can do for shutter speed on that is equal the FPS. You cannot force it to go with a lower shutter speed, which is too bad. I believe the D18 can do it, just not the Z50. So we're going to have to make do as best we can with 24 frames per second, 1080p, at using the 20mm lens at f1.8, and we're going to go auto ISO up to 12,800. That's, I think, the best the Z50 can do. But wait, there's more. I've got those two brand new Noctigon Noctigon Emisar D18s. We're going to try out both of them with the Aurora. Now, just as a reminder, one is at 2700K color temperature. That one's got SST20 emitters. And the other one is Nichia 219B at 4500. So we're going to compare and contrast and see which one of those I like better. So how about we stop talking and how about I go set things up, and then I'll see you out there in the cold somewhere. Sound good? All right then. Okay, folks, we are outside of the car and shooting. At least I hope we are. Now, I apologize. You might hear some clattering and clanking around. And that's because I've got my microphone attached right to the remote lanyard for my D800. I couldn't think of a better place to put it. So, yeah, the Aurora's going. I don't know how well you're able to see it, but hopefully what you can see is the blue light in the house. I decided to go ahead and throw one of my app control lights in there, so that's what it's doing in there right now. Anyway, I'm going to start shooting with the D800, and I'm going to see exactly what we've got so far. Now, you might be asking yourself, what's on the D800 and what are my settings right now? Well, right now it's got the Sigma 14mm on it at f1.8. And I'm shooting 30 seconds right now at ISO 1600. And I expect as the Aurora comes more overhead, I'll be changing those settings. Because what I usually like to do is go 10 to 15 seconds, just so I can catch more of the distinct shapes in the Aurora. But right now, the Aurora is doing pretty good. I was hoping it would do better than this by now, but we'll just have to see what the night brings. So let me just do a test with the D800. Shutter is open. 30 seconds. And I will be processing the shot and showing you what it looks like right after the shutter closes, through the magic of time and space and whatnot. Oh yeah, the Aurora is doing pretty good. It's just over top of the house, and then it cuts off right about there. So yeah, I really want it closer. But now I'm going to start doing my light tests, and this requires me to get a little bit away from you guys. I'll just show you which light I'm using right now, the white balance that is. This is the Nichia light, the 4500K one. So I'm going to go over here to the road. I'm going to cross over more towards the front of the house, like so. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open the D18 shutter, and then I'm going to run this flashlight for a split second. That way, hopefully, we'll get some nice shadows in different areas of the house, and it'll look more interesting. And the reason I'm only doing it for a split second is this light is a lot brighter right now than what the D800 can handle for 30 seconds. So yeah, here we go. We'll just see what that looks like after I get done being blinded. I aimed it right at my face. That's always fun. All right, let me check. Oh, not too bad at all. Okay, next test. We'll use the other one, the SST-20 light. And I'll show you what this one looks like. As you can see, it's got a very, very warm white balance to it, which is why I got it. Sometimes I like my Aurora to be quite a bit, you know, adjusted that way, so that's what I got this light for. All right, let's give it a shot. Shutter's open. Not very responsive, the power button on this thing, I must say. But that's all right. It should work. And that does not look bad at all. Got a little bit of an iridium flare out of that one. That's that line you can see in the sky. Actually, it looks like it's a plane. I can see the lights flashing up there. But yeah, I think both of these lights will work depending on what effect I want to get from them. So, do I want to leave the light in the house blue? Usually I like to go orange. But right now there's really not a whole lot of Aurora over the house. So maybe what we should do is pause the recording for a minute and then see if it gets any better. Well, folks, we're back, and it appears like the Aurora is not doing what I want it to. Surprise, surprise. And since I'm pretty sure you couldn't really see much of anything last time, what I've done for this little segment is I've gone over to full manual on yonder Z50, and I've cranked the ISO all the way up to 25,600. I don't know if you can see anything at all this way either, but it is what it is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try some floody type shots with these two flashlights, and we'll see how they turn out. The other ones I got were a little spotlighty, but this time I'm going to crank down the brightness like so, and I'm just going to sweep the light across the landscape, so like yonder. And this way we'll get the entire foreground lit up, and maybe if we're lucky the Aurora will come back, but I don't know. I'm getting cold, I'm getting tired, I don't want to be out here too much longer. So let's see what we can do here. Shutter open. And you got to be careful with this, because if you're not careful with a 14mm lens, you will get your flashlight in the shot. And I probably just did. Actually, that's not too bad. Okay, let's try the other light. I'll see if I can try to match my brightness. And as you can see, I've got the light in the house set to orange now, so... Okay, this should do. Maybe a little less bright like that. There we go. Shutter open. Alright, what have we got? There's still a little bit of Aurora out there, I guess. Okay, that works. That works quite well. Just do not see much Aurora in there is all. Anyway, I think that is going to conclude our video for today. I've got one more shooting target to check out, so if I can get a really nice mega Aurora shot out at that location, I'll show it to you at the end of the video. If not, well, I guess I'll just see y'all next time. Take care.